in half. That's what it's supposed to look like? What? It was supposed to be pink? Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing some testing of the best methods for cleaning beauty blenders. Let's go. Alright, so I have so many beauty blenders. Most of these have seen better days and I probably should just throw them away. So my normal way for cleaning beauty blenders has been just to put some like stain remover on them and then just throw them in the washer. However, I noticed that that makes them it affects the dye, I think, that they are using to make the sponges, and it just made them look really dull and weird, and they had lost all their vibrancy. So I want to test methods other than what I have been doing, because I just think what I've been doing is working. So instead of stain remover, I feel like my hair is just so crazy today. What in the hell are you doing? Oh, alright. So the first thing that we're going to be trying to do is... Oh, did I mention that there are 5 different cleaning methods that we're going to be testing out? So the first one we're going to be doing is Dawn Power Wash. This cuts through grease and grime on pans. Maybe it will cut through the makeup on this wonderful sponge. I think I'm going to try to color code them. So we're going to put a draw 1 on here in red. Boom. So red will equal the Dawn Power Wash. Alright, there. And then we'll also get to see if it's Sharpie, and this is, I think it used to be a blue sponge. I feel like it's not blue anymore. Okay, so let's get to spraying this bad boy. Definitely don't want to get any on my phone, which in this case is my camera. I'm using it as that. So we're just gonna drown this bad boy in Dawn Power Wash. I wonder if I got like a makeup scrubber. Maybe that would help. Alright, so I got the makeup scrubber. Hey! Shh. You don't even know why you're barking. You don't even know. Okay, so we'll obviously use the makeup scrubber for all of them. That way it's a fair test. Maybe we should let it sit a little bit with just the Dawn Power Wash on there. You can still kind of see the one a little bit. So we're going to let that bad boy sit and set the Dawn off to the side. Dawn looks promising. So far it's in the lead, but it's also the only one that we've tested so far. Okay, so now that we've let the Dawn Power Wash just sit for like 5 minutes, I'm going to take some soapy water. Normally I'd probably be a little bit lazy and use a wonderful washing machine. But we'll do this too, so just putting it in the water and squeezing. Okay, I'm gonna go rinse this bad boy out and then we'll see what it looks like. Okay, again, this is our first method, so of course it's going to be the best, have nothing else to compare it to. I will say, I don't know if the camera will really show it, but you can see like a little bit of staining here and there, but it's pretty decent. Pretty good so far. So far, this method is, the first method is number 1 in the ranking for how clean the sponge can get, and at least look. I don't know if it's clean like on the inside. The most important thing with beauty blenders is when you get them wet, you gotta really let them dry out somewhere so that they don't build up any mold or mildew or anything, so a well ventilated area. And we're gonna set it right there for now. So let's go into the second method. Next one is we're going to do a double cleansing method. So I'm going to take some coconut oil. So this kind of be like taking a oil-based cleanser or a balm if you will. And I think we're going to do this bad boy right here. Here's what it looks like in all its glory. So I'm going to put a number 2 down here. 2 and 2. This is like, I don't know, like a skin color. I think it used to be a skin color one. I'm going to take my makeup spatula and dig into the vat of coconut oil and hopefully get some. Probably don't need that much. That's probably good. Probably would be easier if the coconut oil was a little bit warmed up. So it'd be more of like a liquid. It's slowly warming it up with my hand and working it in. I'm going to use a makeup sponge again to try to work the coconut oil in. Oh no. I feel like this one's a little bit messier than the Dawn Power Wash. I don't know if I feel like it's really doing anything. Maybe if we let this one also sit for a little bit. My hands are coconutty now. I'm probably going to smell like coconut for the rest of the day. So the coconut oil one. And how did I get all this hair good on it? What the heck? Anyways, the coconut oil one isn't looking too promising. The coconut oil didn't seem to remove like any makeup or anything like that. So didn't really work as like a balm to help remove any of the makeup oil. Maybe if we used a foaming cleanser, that would be, so it's kind of like what you do, you'd remove the makeup with the makeup remover and then use a gentle cleanser, some sort of cleanser to cleanse it, so we're getting the double cleanse method, hopefully. So coconut oil, maybe micellar water would have been better to use. But I'm committed to the coconut oil. That's what I went with. To be fair, I think the coconut oil is a little bit cheaper. And I've known people that will swear by like coconut oil to remove their makeup, but a sponge is different in human skin. So it might work to cleanse your skin, but I don't know, I don't think it really works to cleanse a sponge. I got it a little wet. And then we used the foam-based cleanser and just scrub, 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 scrub. Okay, it's starting to look a lot better. You can still see some stains, but that was the same with the Dawn Power Wash. Gosh, but I've probably scrubbed it enough. So now let's rinse this one off. Okay, I'm just like squeezing it in a bowl of soapy water. Okay, now I'm going to go rinse it really well, and then we can compare it to the Dawn Power Wash one. Alright, so here is this one. I didn't have a lot of hope for it, because I didn't feel like the coconut oil did anything, but the foaming oil cleanser did. So you can still see there's some staining here. This is probably like from like a lip stain or something. I use lip stain on my lips, but I also use it on my cheeks as a blush. And I'm thinking that it'd be pretty difficult to remove something like that. But I think they turned out to be pretty similar. The stains seem to be smaller on the Dawn one, so maybe it was able to cut through at least some of it, as opposed to there's just like one great big like streak here. I don't know. I feel like to really test it, we'd have to see, like, from a disinfectant perspective, you know, did it, either of these, did it kill, like, any bacteria? Because that's what I think would ultimately beat it out. I'm kind of thinking that the Dawn Power Wash one is still in the lead because it at least has alcohol in it, so I feel like there's some disinfecting properties to it, as opposed to the double cleanse method. I don't really know if it did any disinfecting. Yes, it removed, the makeup products on it, and it looks better, but I don't think it did any disinfecting. So I think the Dawn Power Wash is still our number one, and at number two is the double cleansing method. I did wash it with soap, all of them with, a little bit of soapy water, so, but I still think the Dawn Power Wash would probably be a little less, more bacteria laden. Okay, so the next one is the shampooing method. And kind of like when you're going in and doing a detox of your scalp or really cleaning your hair, what's it called? Clarifying. So oftentimes when I do that, I'll do a vinegar rinse from my scalp and my hair and let it sit for a little bit, and then I shampoo. So let's try that out. Let's use this black one. You can see that it's got some makeup on it. So let's see how it does with the vinegar. I'm gonna just pour it on the sponge and let it sit. And vinegar does have disinfecting properties, so as long as it removes everything, I feel like this could be a contender. Because I like the idea of whatever we end up doing, that it's disinfecting the sponge. Just gonna let it sit with the vinegar for a little bit, and then we'll take some shampoo and scrub it and see how clean it gets. Okay, so it's been soaking in some vinegar. Now we're gonna take some shampoo and give it a good little scrub. This is the real exciting part of everything. Really promising, but I think we need to go fully rinse this out to see. Okay, so I don't know if this black one is really a good one to test this one out. I mean, because it looks perfect. However, I'm concerned, well, is the black just hiding any stains? So, we can't really, see any stains. I mean, I'm really looking, trying to see. I think there's a little bit of something right here, but it's good. And it smells nice. This one smells like Dawn Power Wash. This one doesn't really smell like anything whatsoever. I don't know. I feel kind of bad trying to compare these. Maybe I need to do this one again with a sponge that isn't black. Because I feel like this wasn't a fair test. So let's try this again. So this time, let's take this sponge right here. Here, we're going to use a black Sharpie, just so we know. And this is number 3, the shampooing method. I should have thought about the black, not being really that fair, because I think it's gonna hide ones. Now this one has definitely been used with the stain remover. I think that's why the color is just kind of a little bit disgusting and dull, but hopefully this will bring it back to life just a little bit. So same thing again, we're going to let it sit in the vinegar, and then we'll scrub it. For the next method, which is microwaving. Alright, so now it's been soaking in vinegar, that we're redoing the shampooing one. It's because I felt like the black one was just hiding kind of all sorts of things. And this one we should be able to see, hopefully more, if it stained and just isn't getting clean. So scrub with shampoo. Okay, I really try to get at this stain, but it's on there. It's not coming off. So let me go rinse this. Alright, so this is definitely one that I think I used the stain remover and it just made it look just really dull and dingy in color because it was removing the dye, unfortunately. But you can see But there's some stains there that it just didn't touch. The rest of it looks pretty decent to me, but it didn't touch that, which I'm assuming is probably lip stain from me using it on my cheek and blending it out. I've quit using sponges to blend it out, but sometimes you put too much and you want to remove some of the product. But yeah, as I suspected, the black one just was hiding the stains. I bet you it's still a little bit stained. You just can't tell because of the color. But you can see a little bit of something up here. Here, should we cut up the shampooing one? It's because I think the sponge should be retired. The color just is sad. So just gonna cut it right in half. That's what it's supposed to look like? What? It was supposed to be pink? I definitely don't recommend using stain remover on beauty blenders because that's what I've been doing, and it's not right. It like just completely ruins them. So don't do that. Do one of these methods and don't do as I do. And this is using the sponge with soapy water. We're going to use this like little tie-dye dude that has definitely seen better days. I think this is one of the ones that the stain remover just really dulled it. Okay, so I'm going to get it wet and I'm going to scrub it just like I have all the other ones, just to keep fair. So getting it wet in some soapy water and then scrubbing for a little bit. Just because I want everything to be a fair shot. I don't think it's fair to scrub one with this little makeup sponge scrubber thingy and then not scrub the others. So here's where I think it's kind of looking just a little bit better. So we're going to put it in here and then we're going to go and microwave it. Alright, here I microwaved the sponge. I did it for 30 seconds and then I grabbed it and squeezed it 3 times and then to kind of just rinse it out and get the soap, actually soapy water inside of it. And then I microwaved it for another 30 seconds. So I think I'm going to need to go and rinse it out. It's definitely hot now. The first 30 seconds it didn't really get warm, which is why I wanted to do a little bit more. I'm going to rinse this bad boy out, but I think it looks pretty good. It's a little dull, but we'll see after I rinse it out. See that there's still I don't even know what that is. Pen? Mascara? I don't really know. And then there's a little spot of, I don't know if it's going to show, but it's a little spot of, I think, foundation right there. Just judging by the color. Other than that, it looks pretty decent. And the microwave should have killed germs, so that's pretty good. I do wonder if the tie-dye is kind of hiding some of the stains. Like this looks a little pinker, so it makes me wonder if that's from, again, the lip stain. But I think this one did beat out the, I think it's actually, no. I think it's kind of the same for the double cleanse. Ew. The sponge is as I scratch at it, the sponge is disintegrating. Oh my goodness. I feel like I think the sponge needs to be retired. Maybe we can cut it open and see how clean it is on the inside from the microwave one. We'll just set that there now for drying purposes. And I don't know if you can see it on camera, but little particles are just going it's literally just disintegrating. So let's cut this one open. This was the microwave one, just to see what it looks like on the side. Man, this one is a lot harder to cut. Okay, you can see how, you can kind of compare it. This is so much whiter and bright. It's supposed to look like this. Instead, it looks like this. So I do think it cleaned it to a degree, but you are supposed to throw your sponges out. And so I don't really like sponges. I feel like that's a little wasteful, and I don't wear full coverage foundations. If you're wearing full coverage foundations, I think they're really necessary. I just use a skin tint. You can just rub it in with my hands, let it sit, and like moisturizer absorbs into your skin a little bit. Alright, so for testing out the very last method, we're going to be using vinegar and baking soda, however not together, because when you use them together, so you put vinegar and baking soda in a bowl, they're going to cancel each other out, and neither of them is going to be doing much of anything. Don't necessarily understand the science behind it, but that's what I have been told that will happen. So I'm going to first soak it in vinegar, rinse it, then we're going to take some baking soda and scrub, and then rinse it out, and we'll see what we're left with. I do think baking soda has disinfecting properties, so with the vinegar and the baking soda, this should get fairly clean, just from a pure bacteria perspective. Like if I had the money / the resources to send this off to a lab to get tested just to see which one is actually killing the most bacteria, because I'm pretty curious about that. Speaks more to that I was letting them properly dry out if they ever got wet, because I think that's when you'll get some funky stuff growing in your sponges, is if you don't, let those things dry out properly. Alright, so we have the vinegar. We're going to rinse the vinegar out. Okay, we got the baking soda. And then we're going to just scrub it. Okay, I think the vinegar baking soda one is the worst one we have done yet. I can still see discoloration a little bit here from foundation. Might be difficult to pick up on camera. All this is just so stained. I don't even really feel like it lightened the stains like the other ones. I can see where it lightened it just a little bit. This one's just like bam in your face. So vinegar and baking soda is dead last. And again, I didn't combine the two together. I put the vinegar first, rinsed it out, and then scrubbed the living hell out of it with the baking soda. And so it's not like, oh, I didn't do it properly and then they canceled each other out. I don't make the rules of science, I just know that's one of them. So, but yeah, this is dead last. It's funny that the last method happens to come in last, and then the first one was like first. So definitely at number 5, I would put the baking soda and the vinegar. I don't think it worked at all. Maybe we can cut this sponge up too, because then I'll still have 4 sponges. I think that's plenty of sponges. See, this is what it's supposed to look like. This is why you gotta, throw them away after a little while. They don't get clean. They definitely don't. I think that black stuff was just a piece of fuzz in here. It wasn't like mold. It was like, oh my goodness. I think for number 4, I would put the microwaving one. I just wasn't quite as impressed with that one from a stain removal perspective. I mean, it definitely would have gotten disinfected and cleaned because, of the microwave and my cleaning my camera. I think I need to replace the cover that I put over it to protect it. But the microwave isn't dead last because I do think it did better at removing stains than the baking soda one, but it wasn't the best either. The third one, I think I'm going to do. I really liked I love how the Dawn Power Wash one smells. It smells clean, so if you want everything to smell clean, the other ones just don't really smell. Honestly, I think it did slightly better than the double cleanse method. It's really slightly. So bloody close. I just think that the shampoo one is a little less stained, just like this. Just a little bit. So that puts number 3 with the double cleanse method. And then number 2 would be the shampooing method, which puts number 1 with the Dawn Power Wash. I'm shocked. I didn't think that would be number 1, because I've always been told oh, you microwave it. That's how you clean it. To show up in microwave. I've seen that everywhere. That I thought that was the most popular way to do it. But I wonder if we could combine it. You spray the Dawn Power Wash, let it sit for a little bit, and then microwave it, and then scrub it. Maybe that would be the ultimate way to clean the Beauty Blender. under, and just really make sure you're killing like every little like ounce of bacteria. So I hope this helped you find some maybe new or better ways that you should be cleaning your beauty blenders or your beauty sponges. And you should definitely be throwing these away after a while. As you can see, like when you cut them open, they just looked so different on the inside compared to the outside. But yeah, after, I think they say 3 months, so you're supposed to be giving these a nice little toss and getting rid of them. I hate doing that because I hate being wasteful, but if you're doing that and you're putting bacteria and mold and mildew and whatever onto your face from your sponge, all your skincare that you're going to be doing is, you're just going to be canceling like all of that out if you're just putting bacteria laden stuff onto your skin. So definitely after a while, I'll put it in your calendar, 3 months later, that you're supposed to be throwing these out so you don't forget and you can keep track of how old they are. But yeah, so I definitely think like the ultimate method would be, just for a little conclusion here, would be spraying it with Dawn Power Wash, let it sit for a little bit, microwave it in soapy water, and then rinse it out. And, with the Dawn Power Wash, scrub it in there. And I think that would be like the ultimate way to clean it, remove some stains, plus you would be disinfecting the hell out of it. And yeah, so I think that is the best way to be cleaning your sponges. Alright guys, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!